Chugga 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 ch. Choo choo. KEKFILA. Oh hey, welcome to the channel, where I'm just trying to get better at One Piece. OPO7 is coming out soon, and there's a lot of discussion already going on in the Discord. Make sure you guys join down the link below. And if you guys haven't, make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to see more. And let me know in the comments what you want to see next on Mulligan Monday. Without further ado, let's get into the goo. It's a great day here at KEKFILA's YouTube channel. I am the KEKFILA. Today I have with me Eric. How are you doing today, Eric?
Yeah, how you doing? Pretty good.
Good.
Long day, you know.
Yeah. It's the end of May, beginning of June. OPO7 is starting soon. Oh, that's a good rhyme. And essentially, we have OPO7 we're looking at for Black Yellow Luffy. Recently, Eric did a article for, was it Fire Fist? Or
One Piece Top Deck.
One Piece Top Decks, right? And on his OPO6 or EBO1, Black Yellow Luffy, because he does really well with it. And I thought, who better else to talk about Black Yellow Luffy on a Mulligan Monday for this? As a result, guys, again, this is not like a guide, but a lot of times this ends up being more of a guide than you would think. So you will learn something about this, and I think the only thing you have control of before the game is, one, your deck list, and two, what you mulligan and what you're facing. Right? So,
for sure.
with that, I did get this list from Enigma. He's some Singapore player. They don't have big championships there most of the time, but he did really well in a handful of those flagships over, I believe, in Singapore. And if you guys don't know, you can guys go check out his Twitter. It's Enigma. It's on the screen here. In his deck list, I wanted to come to a consensus with Eric first on a deck list, and he said this one looks okay after reading it. Is there any thoughts you have about this deck list? Maybe about running Ice Age instead of Kuzans?
So his thought process on Kuzan was solid to me. Most decks won't actually attack you early on to try and starve you to get you into a range where they can KO you in one turn or win the game in one turn.
Yeah.
So that makes Kuzan a very viable strat, because if you get to go to later turns at more life, you get the time to drop Kuzan. And if you get to play Kuzan and it sticks, it's backbreaking. Like now, your 5-drop, the new Rocket Luffy KO's 9-drop.
Rocket Luffy, yeah.
A big threat.
Yeah, it's a good strategy to damage Night Luffy and let them flampe themselves down, and then you're saying go really wide or tall or play down a 9-cost Zoro, right? That's basically, I think, a lot of deck strategy against Black Yellow Luffy, and this kind of commandeers that. And obviously, has things like Thunderbolts, which helps you get down in life as well. But I know Rocket Luffy is probably going to be, honestly, the best card from this set. It's really, it makes your deck more consistent, right? And if the other Luffy wasn't good enough, this one's just as good. With that, I wanted to go over first an ideal hand. And I kind of made this through here. Eric and I went over that a Searcher is good if we can find a Searcher. This Luffy's pretty good. You can probably get away with some kind of Rocket Luffy, right?
Well, the reason we want that Luffy is so we can take our own life if we need to, if they're trying to starve us. But that's what our searchers are for. Our searchers will find the next two cards, which is going to be that Sabo, the big Sabo, and the big Luffy. That's why we want them, because they could be either or.
Yeah.
And then the Luffy and Sabo both draw cards for us and put cards in our graveyard to set up for later on combo plays with our leader effect and more. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And then on top of that, I kind of put like some cards that maybe mill your life. You can put like maybe Thunderbolts in here. It may be needed in a lot of matchups if you know they're going to damage deny you. If you're able to flampe at a certain turn, and then comfortably, it's good to draw a lot of Morias. Hopefully, you'll draw into them with your Sabo. But if you open a Moria with like a couple of good cards, you're sitting in a good spot. And if you're in a mirror, if you have like 2 or 3 Morias, you might keep it, but maybe that's a little weird, right?
Yeah, in the mirror, that's where you really want the Thunderbolt.
Oh, really?
Fantastic. Yeah, because you want to KO your opponent's 5-drop Leafy.
Okay, got it. Well, do you have any like topics to go on before I actually start on the mulligan?
No, I think this deck list is very solid. If you don't have a ideal deck list in mind, I definitely recommend this one.
Mm.
If you don't find yourself playing Kuzan or not having the time to play Kuzan, you can
Mm.
obviously change it for like Ice Age.
Mm.
That's like the first off the top of my head that I would switch it with.
Mm.
The ace, the one baby ace and two Reges might seem weird, but they're not as important going into OP7 because everyone's gonna have big blockers and then 8-drop kids all over the place. And because 8-drop kid is so good, a 7K attacker just doesn't cut it most of the time.
Yeah,
So
exactly. It can still help, but it's I think that's the one odd thing. I will say on our Discord, if you guys do join the Discord, there's a chat in there for every single deck we go over for OPO right now and OPO7. And Enigma has given a lot of insight on why he does certain things. And maybe it's a little better for you guys to also join the Discord and look at those reasons or even have that discussion. So right. Well, without further ado, we're going to do 100 hands of Mulligan. I'm going to show you the premise of it. You'll see here we have our opponent. So this will always be our opponent's leader. Yes is actually meaning we're keeping the hand. No is we're not keeping the hand. And then that's just some random hand if we're keeping it or not. And I would say if you want to say first, second, that's up to you. But we just need a yes or no. I didn't want to go too much forward into yes, this or that. And I may like ask some questions if you want to deliberate anything else. That's fine. But we have 100 of these, so got to do quite a bit. So without further ado, let's get into the goo. What would you do with this one?
no.
The no.
Back
Okay.
on my life.
Okay.
Do you want me to give a reason or?
Yes. Go ahead. There's no searcher. Or?
Okay. The babies, in the beginning are basically bricks because you don't really use them.
Okay.
And then that Luffy won't be good till later. The only good card in this hand is the Sabo. So if we're gonna keep a hand with just Sabo, might as well just put it back.
Yeah, and it's gonna get bottom deck too with Law. So got it. Right. Next one.
No again.
Okay. Yeah. 2 10 drops.
This is not gonna be a matchup with a 10 drop. The 2Ks are cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I would not get that. Interesting. No, I would mold this too. It's this one's much closer than all the other ones.
Yeah.
Mostly because that 5-drop Luffy is super strong.
And in general, I will say most of the time, most decks seem to mulligan about almost half the time. So you may find yourself mulliganing a lot. Here we go.
I do mulligan a lot. No again. Again, the babies aren't that good in your opening hand. You want the other cards. The big guys. Jeez. They're making this hard for me. No again.
Yep. Nope. Yep.
Okay, yes.
3 searchers? Yeah.
3 searchers. That means I can keep this. I can find basically anything I need.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like this.
Yeah, it has basically what our searchers are looking for, so that's really strong.
Yeah. You can KO 4 costs. Nice.
Ooh. I would mulligan this if I had a mulligan. It's very close though. The Garp really would carry this hand, but if you whiff, it just feels so bad.
Okay.
Yes. Thunderbolt's really good in the matchup, the Searcher's really good, and then if you get to 2 life, Luffy becomes very strong.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Double Kuzan's always a
double Kuzan's basically a throwaway, so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks really good. Really ideal hand.
No.
Jeez.
All you have is
maybe in some other matchups, but not on this one.
Yeah, not on this one. They can be very fast. No again. It looks cool because you have a lot of like self-working areas. It doesn't do anything though.
Yeah, it's almost there. It's almost there.
Yeah. Yes.
You would keep this one. Okay. Yeah, no, it's very good. You have all the options.
Yeah, I have all the options.
You'd have like the random ace just in case.
Yes. I think Luffy's very good in this matchup.
Searcher, 2 Luffys. Yeah, it's hard for them to. They access. Just a little side note too. I believe which one we were looking at. This one. The Luffys end up being a very strange thing because if they play down a what's that card? A Bentham right before, it can get really awkward and to put you down to like really big spots where you actually might lose a lot of cards.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Next one is this one.
No.
Okay.
I would keep this. It's very
it's
close,
close.
but I would keep this.
Yeah. All right, got it. I know, guys. We're having a lot of red purple law. That's because the meta is going to be a lot of red purple law. There'll be other decks soon, but
yeah, I will keep this.
Yeah, I like this. It's good.
Yes, because your Mulligan's probably worse than this.
Yeah.
Having Luffy and Sabo, which are two of the 3 cards you really want to see, is just probably good enough to keep.
Yeah, we are looking to go second into law, right? If we win the die roll,
yes,
right? Okay, yeah, because their deck's really good going second. All right. 2 searchers, 2 Luffys.
There's 2 Luffys. So we have 3 basic bricks and 2 good cards. I think I would keep this because the searchers are basically mulligans because you get to see the top 5 and get a card from them. So having 2 of them is like at least having 2 extra mulligans. So I'll keep this. I'll keep again.
Yeah, same thing.
Reasoning.
Even better than the last one too.
I would not keep this.
Okay.
This is not the matchup where Kuzan's that good, and no searcher. I would keep this. We have one of the pieces we already want, and then the searcher to find the other one.
Kuzan's finding his way in the hand quite often.
That's fine. We get Sabo, we can just discard him. I would keep this.
Yeah, because of searcher. Yeah, it's really close.
Yeah, it is close. I would not keep this.
Okay. Yeah, does it? Yeah, you could definitely brick up with this. Yeah,
because all you have is the Luffy to support you. I would keep this.
Yeah, double searcher and an ace. Okay, now we're actually going to other decks. So we're now done with the meta. Okay, everything else is fun now. Perona. We forget it's Perona.
No, I would not keep this.
Not keep this. We need to be tall. Yeah, right. Is that the? Or are we playing fast?
Yeah. No, well, we want to find our pieces because what they can do is they can kill all our guys after they play them. And all we have is Sabo to keep digging. So
okay.
Again, I would mull this. If we had a searcher instead of any other card besides the big Luffy, I would keep.
Got it.
Like this, I would keep.
Yeah, yeah. It has the searcher
plus the big Luffy. Self-awakening.
So close.
I would mull. It's literally so close. I would not keep it though. I would keep this.
Yeah, has all the big guys at the very least.
Yep. Sabo is also very big in this matchup. Ooh.
I mean, has both baby Sabos. If this searcher is goated, you're like fine, but
if that searcher is exactly yellow Sabo, I mean black Sabo or yellow Luffy, it's really good, but I probably wouldn't keep it. I think it'd be too much of a risk. It'd be too much of a risk. I go for it.
Double Thunderbolt.
Double Thunderbolt against Perona. I don't think I keep this. I don't think Perona's a deck that Thunderbolt's gonna be too good against. It only hits like a couple cards. Again, I can't keep this either.
Okay, got it. The next deck we have is actually the Mirror. You're against the Mirror.
Oh, yeah, no.
You wouldn't keep this?
This is the matchup where you wish we had a double Thunderbolt. No, I would not keep that.
Okay.
I would keep this.
You have the Luffys. Yes, pretty good.
Ooh, interesting.
You have an Awakener.
I'd probably mull this.
Okay.
I know we have the Awakener, but it's like if I had the chance to mull, I would mull. If I saw this as my second hand, though, I would not be mad.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll keep.
Okay, all the small guys and a searcher.
Keep again.
Yeah. Got it.
Ooh, interesting. Very interesting hand.
You're going first, maybe not. Second, yes.
I think if I have to ship it, I think I would have to ship it just because if our search whiffs, we do literally nothing for a couple turns. Because our opponent's not going to attack us, so Luffy won't be viable. But if we get to 10 Dawn, Kuzan in this matchup is disgusting.
Yeah, so you're thinking...
if I go second, I would keep. If I go first, I would mull. So this is the only time I'll probably say that.
Oh, go! It's in the middle.
No, so yeah, but I'm just gonna assume we're first. So I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Because we always use die roll here. I'll keep. We get so much draw power with Luffy and
Thunderbolt.
This is probably the ideal hand.
Ideal hand. Yeah, I agree.
The only way this could get better is if one of those Luffys was a Sabo.
Yeah.
That's a mole. No.
Okay.
I can keep this.
Okay. 2 Luffys and
I think I keep this.
it's definitely a weird
I think
one.
it's yeah, it's one of those weird ones where like I have my mid game and then
You have the
Kuzan
5
late
drop.
game for this one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the 5
exactly.
drops is gross. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. I'm down to keep this. It's close, but you have all the other options.
Yeah,
No, I would not.
and I mean, I'm assuming most players aren't actually playing that either. So you'd be playing a
Yeah.
you'd be playing a funky matchup.
Our head, I would not keep this.
Okay, got it. And last but not least for this one,
No, I would not keep this.
okay,
All we have is Thunderbolt for us.
and we are halfway through the video. So now we have Gecko Maria.
Yes, I would keep this.
Just because the searcher and the Luffy.
We have Luffy and a searcher. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, insta keep. Super.
Yeah,
keep.
the Sabo's
Sabo's
great.
the best card in the matchup.
Might be almost ideal.
I don't like Thunderbolt, but I like 2 searchers, so I'm gonna keep this hand.
Okay, yeah. It's a weird.
It's very hard for it to get better. And this is pretty good. So no.
Yeah, this is
literally nothing.
Okay, in this one.
No.
Okay.
Ace isn't the best in this matchup. Only have 1 searcher.
It's not.
So you can get better.
Got it. Next, red purple Luffy. Red purple Luffy.
Oh. Red purple Luffy. Oh, I would keep this hand. This hand's just solid in general. Sabo lets you see a lot of cards.
Same reason?
Yes, again. Well, not because of Sabo, but this time Luffy's a really good attacker into this deck.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Sabo also lets you see a lot of cards. So, yeah. Yes. Garp plus Luffy's pretty good. And then Ace is also a good attacker.
Okay.
Yeah. Thunderbolt probably isn't gonna be that good, but we'll see.
I mean, the thing is, if they start playing like a Zoro Juro, you might Thunderbolt it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Okay.
If they Zoro Juro me, I would probably Thunderbolt it. So.
Okay, here we go. Next one is Anel. Anel is our opponent. Yeah, I think it's very good. Yeah, and then generally against Anel, what are we even aiming to do? Just
so they're gonna starve us. So we really want to find 5-drop Luffy. And having Garp plus 2 Sabos means that by the time we get to 5 or 6 Dawn, we probably looked at the top 7 cards just with Garp by itself, and then Sabo will keep digging us to try and find Luffy.
Okay, so, got it. Yeah, and then
you have the Mega Gamora to follow up. So
yeah, just have big bodies, and yeah, I mean Luffy fixes most things here just because they don't want to put that to life necessarily. You know, but to put your Gecko to your life. But if your Luffy's on the board, you just mill your Gecko. Who cares?
Exactly.
So
exactly. Oh, insta keep. Perfect hand.
Okay, got it.
No, you could lose to a lot of like random stuff. Those searches is really rough. I would mold this.
Yeah,
it's close. Kept this. That'd be fine with that, but I would not keep.
You need big Luffy. Yeah.
I would keep this.
Yeah, very good. Ideal.
Ooh.
Not a counter.
One, I'm not going to keep. Well, I don't really care for the counter because we have Sabo to get rid of it. But the reason I'm not keeping it is if Sabo whiffs, we're done.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, these going into your trash, you need to see the small one now if you're Gecko spamming. Okay.
Interesting. I think I would keep this.
Okay.
It's very close. We don't have reject, so they can't really answer Luffy anymore.
Yeah.
So there's that. So I'd probably keep that. Luffy's pretty safe in a very strong turn. Ooh. I would not keep this.
Yeah.
The 2 Sabos aren't really ideal. We do have a searcher, but I don't think it's enough. If you whiff, and I've whiffed before, it just.
The next leader is Bonnie. So if you guys don't know, Bonnie, pay 1, rest up to one of your opponent's leaders or characters. So it's just very obnoxious.
This is our hardest matchup.
Okay.
So I would not keep this. I do like the Garp and Thunderbolt, but I don't think we need the babies and the Morio.
Are we aiming for Kuzan? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. I'm trying to find.
Aiming for Kuzan or maybe Sabos to help you find Kuzan.
Yeah, I would keep this. I could not pass this up. That hand is great. I would keep this as well. Having Luffy plus Sabo. I would keep this.
I mean, you're
It's
gonna.
so close. Having 2 searchers is just so good.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like if you, I always hate like going past Kuzans, but that's just kind of the risk we take.
But I mean, that we find Sabo, and then Sabo draws cards.
Yeah.
Luffy draws cards. I would keep this too.
Yeah, good searchers. Okay.
I can't. I know we want a Thunderbolt, but having 2 of them is a little rough. And
Yeah.
then all Thunderbolt. Um, we have Luffy, we have Thunderbolt, but that's it. I don't think I would keep this.
Yeah. Okay.
I could find better cards. Yeah. So
Okay.
I would probably not keep that.
And last.
I would not keep this.
Okay. Got it. The next one we're going to go over is actually Katakuri. I know there's not a lot of Katakuris, but there might be some.
I would keep this.
You're going to keep this, okay.
I already have one piece in Luffy, and then I have a Searcher, so it's pretty solid. I would not keep this. We can get a better hand. Thunderbolt isn't that good.
You need some self-millers too.
No.
Oh. No, that's a no as well. Yeah.
Close, but no.
Yeah, you need a Searcher. Okay.
What's funny is the only thing that's making it close is seeing 5-drop Luffy. That's how important the card is. At least
Rob Lucci, the new one. So if you guys don't know, trash top 2 cards of your deck, give 20 of your opponents -1 character for the turn. It just likes to kill your cards and playing CP cards, which is fun. So
I would not keep this out.
Okay.
We have 3 bricks in the middle cards, so just getting better looks would probably be better. No, again. In this matchup, we really want to find Sabos. We want to find Searchers.
Yeah, Sabos are going to like really eat this deck alive.
Yeah,
oh,
like
perfect.
Perfect. Again, I would keep that.
Yeah, because you can ditch the ace.
Yeah, you can get rid of the ace, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you do see a baby ace, you probably want to take it off of a leader effect. This is a keep 2. Having Garp and Luffy, and then if we find Sabo, we're just cooking. We already have the baby Sabo and Gecko for later on. Yeah, I would keep as well.
Double
2
Searcher.
Searchers, strong. I would keep as well.
Yeah.
Searcher Luffy. I would keep. So you have Searcher Sabo. This matchup, Kuzan isn't as important.
It's not.
Because they don't really have a lot of big things. The only thing they really have is Moria, I believe.
You're probably gonna ditch. You're probably just gonna ditch this. I mean, they're gonna have like they're just gonna Stussy it. You know, that's you have to think about actually people just spamming Stussies on you.
Yeah. Keep. Wow, has everything.
Has everything. Literally ideal. And then the last one for this.
I would keep.
Yeah.
I would keep. Mostly because Sabo is so backbreaking in this matchup.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. From this, I have a couple blue decks. We have Doflamingo.
Doflamingo. I'm not gonna say I have the most experience playing against it.
I guess I want to say you think about generally in blue, like you're playing against Raging Tiger, 10-drop Kaido, and
Pudding.
Pudding, yeah.
Those are the cards I just don't want to see.
I should just make the leader of those 3 cards from now on.
For real. I would keep this hand. It's a good solid hand.
Yeah, you need to be aggressive, and you almost like don't against blue. You don't exactly need to take every hit, because Pudding is actually gross, and all these blue decks will play Pudding, like to a 4th degree. They'll play 4 of them.
I would keep this hand.
Okay, got it. And because I forgot to do this one, I'm just gonna skip this one. So
I would not keep this hand.
Okay, I guess Boa Hancock. It's Boa Hancock now.
I would still not keep
yeah. You don't really care for 10-drop because, I don't have the Searcher either. But you don't care to play the 10-drop because it's just going to Red Rock you, So.
So this deck, the Thunderbolt would be fine. Luffy would be fine. I get down to 2. No, I'd mull it.
Okay.
It's just like there's blue is one of those matchups where like they can easily remove your Luffy, and if they remove your Luffy and your hand looks anything like this, like add 2 more 2Ks or a baby at 2K, it's just your hand's dysfunctional. Nope.
Okay.
Sorry.
Got it.
Can't keep that.
Next matchup, OPO7 Whitebeard.
The beard. Interesting. I would keep this.
Okay.
The 2K strong, Luffy and Sabo are both strong in the matchup. I would keep this again. Garp plus Luffy, and then a 2K. Very good.
Okay. Got it. Next one, a funky one. Okay, I like to call it Warlord, Sanji, and Zoro. I don't know if
This
you've.
deck is so
It's
strong.
very
It's so
strong, very wide.
I would not keep this hand.
Okay, got it. It seems ideal against most other things, but this is a crazy matchup. I don't even know how we. How
Yeah,
would you
I
even
don't.
approach this matchup? Just hope
It
to
would
get
depend
big.
on how. Well, see, so like the way if I played the deck would be is I'd build up a big board and then swing at you. So in that case, I would not be swinging early.
Uh,
And if that's the case, I need a Luffy in order to at least get me to 3 life.
mm-hmm,
So that when they do attack, their attacks usually get me to
mm-hmm,
1 or 0.
yeah.
And if they get me from there, then from the
Mm,
next turn I do like flambe plus
yeah.
combo off.
Rocket Luffy
But in order to get
actually
there,
might be good here too. So
oh, it's fantastic here, but you need to be able to get to 2 life and not die.
yeah, yeah. Oh, double Rocket Luffy.
Would
Luffy.
keep it.
Okay.
Yeah, I would.
Got just a few more. We have probably I can almost call this the best blue deck. Is blue yellow ace.
I would keep this.
Okay.
The Searcher plus Luffy is pretty good. They can pudding you, but like, there's a lot of blue decks you just can't play around the pudding. That's how it is.
Okay.
No, it's very similar to the last hand, but not having the Searcher really hurts you.
Okay. And then final deck.
Uta. Uta. I would mull this.
Okay.
Strictly speaking, Rocket Luffy's good, but it's only good if you have Tengas Kuzan. This is
Yeah.
another matchup where we think we're gonna want Kuzan.
Yeah. You actually need to deal with their A drop
They're
kid.
their
It
A-drop,
almost
but-
auto wins them the game if they like see A drop kid and like play their normal standard games. But guys, we did actually 99 hands. I did miss one, but what we find for that is we did 99 hands, but a problem ain't one. And we're gonna get some data for you guys right now. And after analyzing all the data, we actually came up with 54% of the time we actually do mulligan. So we did at a 54 out of 99, so maybe 55%. Obviously, these were very matchup specific, and as the data goes, Gecko mulliganed about 60% of the time out of our 100, and then Red Purple Law. I feel like maybe we saw a lot of good hands, and that was all in EBO1. Being about 85%, 80% of the time you're actually keeping your hand. And what are your thoughts on this now that is anything changed about the way you mulligan or may not mulligan after this going over 100 hands?
So one of the reasons I think this deck can mulligan so aggressively is we do have 8 searchers. So if your hand does not have a searcher, we have 8 searchers that find very key cards in our combo, I guess I should say. And having that many ways that your hand, like, so if your hand, your initial hand doesn't have that, a mulliganing, if you already don't have the other combo pieces, for example, yellow Luffy or black Sabo, you probably just want to mull your hand because you have such a high chance of finding a searcher.
Yeah.
With your next 5 cards.
Yeah.
So because of that, like I feel like there's less of a reason to keep average or below average hands because you have such a high chance of just getting a better hand in the next one. Sometimes it will bite you in the butt, but most of the time it does work out.
Yeah.
Having one searcher plus any of the other combo pieces really just makes your whole engine go from that point.
Got it. Yeah. I mean, I was trying to think about it like from like a consistent standpoint, but when you add searchers to the deck, it's really good. Well, I want to compare that to Law a little bit, like why Laws is so high. I think a lot of their cards do the same thing, like Ein, Bentham, right?
Yeah, both Grace Max and Gordon, so they have 8 of those as well.
And they don't play
Queen,
searchers.
Reiju.
They don't play searchers. Their hands do the same thing, so you're actually more often to keep because you have searchers in this. I mean, if you could just run 8 of like black Sabos and 8 yellow Luffys, then you wouldn't need a mulligan as much, right? But because you can't run 8, you get to run searchers. Now we have to mulligan a little more aggressively. So that's an interesting standpoint I have not heard yet because this deck doesn't it just doesn't have the same thing as other decks do. So I never really thought about it like that. And then obviously, I mean, excuse me. And obviously, a lot of decks are matchup reliant and being tempo reliant. And I feel like Luffy is one of those kind of matchup reliant ones where it can win a matchup just because it's this deck. And it can lose a matchup just because, well, it's facing whatever deck. But
Yeah.
it's very rarely truly like a 80-20, maybe a 70-30 against a really good Bonnie. But
Yeah, I feel like 70-30 is probably the worst in either direction of this deck. Like
yeah.
even against Lucci or Moria, even though we might have a very high chance of winning,
Mm,
I would not give them as lower than 30% because
yeah.
every deck, if you know what you're doing and you know the weaknesses of what you're playing, you can definitely beat almost every deck.
Yeah, yeah. That's a really great way to put it. But I think that's all I wanted to do for the video today. I did want to let you guys know that on the Discord we are doing a little bit more activity for OPO7. We have OPO7 guides coming out soon. I actually have Flesh gonna be doing a red purple guide at the end of June. He's a little busy until then. I'm sure Eric's gonna be cooking up stuff very soon, also with whatever he's doing, right? And then on top of that, I believe Eric is still coaching. In case you're ever interested in any coaching, just reach out to Eric or reach out to me and I can get you in touch with him in case you're wanting to, up your game. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching this Mulligan Monday, and we'll see you next week in the next Mulligan Monday.